There we go. A little bit intro. And we on. Hi guys, doing? Welcome to the daily, the Bitcoin, the moves, the breaks, the channel, the liquidity zone, all of the stuff. We gotta check it out. How are you doing? Who was it in the chat? Posted. We'll pay someone if they can point something bullish about this. He post some bearish charts. So we're gonna try to find something bullish on the charts. Something bullish. Unfortunately, there is a lot of bearish stuff on the chart. Unfortunately, so you know, bears are bearing. That's the new verb we are using right now, bearing. So, how you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. Lucky, what's up? Bears, damn, how you doing, man? Let's check it out how it actually is playing out. As you can see up here, you know, we've been going inside this channel for a long time. We came into the liquidity zone, the blue box down here in the bottom. We picked up some liquidity. You also see that the volume on the downside, actually there was some volume over here kicking in once we came into that zone. Are we gonna tap, create some kind of double bottom, some kind of a rounding curve up here, and then get out of this zone towards upside, or is this gonna, you know, break again towards downside over here, maybe even all the way down to 52k? So we gotta check the charts. We gotta look at a little bit on the technical side, indicators and stuff like that, how it's playing out. Whether this is actually bullish or bearish, because if you see over here, we actually broke the trend, right? At least if you draw it by these pivot points over here, we actually broke that towards upside. Unfortunately, the bearish part about this is that we are not pumping. Oftentimes you will have some kind of line, you will try to break that line, you will break that line, you will do something like this over here, which is actually very bearish, because once you break the line, you should pump by definition. Oftentimes when this starts happening, get back in the channel and then continue more towards downside, and this looks like it's happening right now. Now it's way too early to talk about, because this can actually get prolonged and then bounce towards upside. But if you start breaking back inside this trend over here towards downside, it might actually be a little bit bad. On the other side, this line is not all, you know, be all and all line. That is very, very important. There is also this line up here that's actually very, very nice. It goes something like this over here, give or take. And I think this line up here is a little bit more important, because if you look at here from all the way back, from the very, very start, we had the, you know, the first top up here, we pull back, we create this second top over here, and then, you know, or this over here is not actually that many. So the line goes from over here, and then, you know, somewhere over here, and right now it's stepping that line. So there is some kind of line over here, and I think that line goes something like this over here. As you'll see, it goes over here to these, not these stops over here all the way, but, you know, to these stops over here, give or take. I think even this one up here, if you can pick up everything, there we go. Maybe this line up here, you can see right now that we are actually tapping that on the very, very top over here. And even though it does look like this, you know, very, very steep downtrend over here, it got broken a little bit. Right now we are just, you know, zigzagging up here in this part over here. So whether we're gonna break this towards upside, not that kind of depends. Let me pull back this channel over here. Let me pull, you know, draw this line over here, something like this. So we've been watching this channel for a while over here. Right now we just been zigzagging, but right now we're just gonna be watching this line over here, because I think this line is important. Also, there should be some kind of maybe channel over here, maybe something like this over here that goes towards downside. Right now we are at the top of that channel again, trying to break towards upside. Now what we could have over here right now is some kind of double bottom over here, back inside is, you know, either retest down here towards upside, or break this towards upside, even lower levels over here, and then again towards upside. Technically, the way I see it, we are still in the channel, regardless whether you draw the channel with the white lines like this over here, or you draw a channel like this over here towards downside. Let's go a little bit back over here, and we're gonna remove this line. We're gonna use the channel tool over here, and we're gonna draw it like this, and down here, there we go. So we're gonna keep watching this channel right now, and we are technically just, you know, zigzagging towards downside over here. We just zigzag. This is actually quite bullish. So if there is something bullish on the charts, it is the downtrending channel. Any kind of downtrending channels is by definition bullish. Any kind of uptrending channel is by definition bearish. So the way I see this over here is actually quite bullish right now. There is interesting development when it comes to the RSI. You'll see that RSI over here is breaking towards upside, which, you know, that is very, very bullish thing on the chart. So we'll pay someone $100. So I'm trying to get this $100 from from him, and something bullish about this. Now, what he did post, it will reveal this. What he did post is this. I'm gonna show you right over here. 2 bearish divergence under 200, 400 volatility. He did post this over here. I'm just gonna post the entire thing over here, and I'm gonna show you if I can stop clicking on the stuff. There we go. So 2 bearish divergences. So he's looking at, I don't know where his bearish divergences are, but you know, whatever, probably these red dots over here. The bearish divergences don't mean anything, right? Well, 2 bearish divergences under 200 simple moving average on 4 hour with volatility contracting will pay someone $100 if they some point some. Maybe he's talking about small time frames, because small time frames up here already played out. I mean, there was, you know, bearish divergence up here towards the upside over here, and it's pulling back. Let's see if there is actually bullish divergence up here towards the upside. Because I don't believe in, you know, there is only one bearish divergence. There is no 2 bearish divergences. There is only one bearish divergence. We're just pulling back a little bit up here, you know. So technically on the 4 hourly time frame, maybe there was something bearish on the chart, but you know, in the bigger picture, when you look at a daily time frame, it's not. On the other hand, there is development on the RSI, like we just said, and the RSI development, the RSI that's actually happening is that we are breaking this trend over here towards the upside over here. So you know, ever since the top over here, you know, this zigzagging towards the downside. Right now we are breaking that towards upside. We are looking for some kind of retest and a bounce off that, which is actually quite good. I mean, you cannot complain about that. Yeah, that's actually a very, very good thing. Depends on how you draw the line. Maybe if you draw the line something like this over here, maybe we are not actually breaking the trend, because this last part up here goes something like this over here, right? Maybe I'm not breaking the trend, but this bigger part up here, it does seem like if you draw something like this over here, it does seem like we are actually breaking the you know, this trend over here, because we gotta take this entire part up here and this entire part up here to see if this downtrend over here is actually breaking the trend. It does look like it's breaking the trend. So when it comes to the RSI, there is definitely something bullish on the chart, and that is that we are in fact breaking the trend over here towards the downside, upside up here. Very, very bullish. Momentum also right now, we are getting bullish cross up here. Also the momentum has been losing pace over here. It's actually not been losing pace over here, it's increasing pace, but over here in the last part up here, it's been, you know, momentum has been losing pace towards the downside. We are getting bullish cross towards upside. We're still not above the zero line up here on the MACD on the daily time frame just yet, but you know, we are getting bullish momentum right now towards upside up here. Also bullish moves towards upside. On the weekly time frame, unfortunately, we are having the bearish cross. We are going you know, increasing momentum towards downside, but when you're looking this last 2 moves over here towards upside, the momentum has been increasing towards upside. So this is actually very bullish over here. This bearish pro, somebody said there is a bearish cross on the weekly time frame, and I was like, bearish crosses on the weekly time frame don't mean that much. Bearish crosses never mean that much. In fact, what is more important is when you break the zero line, and when you break the zero line towards downside. That's very, very important. The other thing important when it comes to MACD is how the momentum is climbing or moving. So if you are having some kind of like this move over here, and you're having, you know, momentum increasing towards upside, this is actually very good. What you don't want to see is you want to see you know, move towards upside where momentum is actually decreasing towards the downside. This is what you don't want to see. But what we can see here in the bigger picture up here is that momentum is actually moving towards the upside, while we are as well going towards the upside. So this is actually very good. So the way I see it, this actually looks very, very nice right now. Also the trend over here, the entire trend up here from the bottom up here, this actually got broken towards downside up here. Unfortunately, you'll see over here, yeah, this actually got broken towards downside, but this entire move up here from the bottom, it's not broken just yet, right? So this entire move is not broken just yet. We are just pulling still towards downside, but this move up here towards upside, this last part, this FOMO part, if you remember up here, we've been talking about this FOMO part. As soon as we broke 33k, we were gonna get some kind of FOMO move towards upside. We got this FOMO move. This FOMO move towards upside did break towards downside. Up here is pulling a little bit back towards downside, but the bigger move did not break. We are still going towards that level. That's why I think, you know, we can still go a little bit more towards downside before we actually go again towards upside. But it does look good. It does look good. And my own overextend indicator up here is pulling a little bit back towards downside. We can see this up here. We have had some kind of, you know, overextensions on the monthly time frame, because we've been pumping just like crazy for, you know, I don't know how many months was this? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months we've been pumping like crazy up here towards the upside, and right now we are pulling a little bit back. So we don't have these extensions like crazy over here at the tops just yet, or over here at this previous top up here. Even this one up here came at the same place as this one, and right now we're just pulling back, but you can see up here this can actually pull back quite heavily. It doesn't have to be the case this time around, but we are not overextended. That's the most important part. Also, when you look at a weekly time frame, there is no overextension, and if you look at a daily time frame, there should probably be no overextension as well. There are no overextension. So my only indicator tells we are neither overextended towards upside or towards downside. The RSI went all the way down to 30 levels. Right now it's breaking trend towards upside a little bit up here, and MACD is starting to gain bullish momentum. So the way I see it, it looks nice. The way I see it looks very, very nice. And the big question is right now what's going to happen up here. Do we have another pullback towards downside? Now if this is the correct channel up here, and we can actually pull this channel up here, that we could actually make a couple of more lines over here that goes something like this over here, up there, and this bottom line down there, give or take something like this over here, because we gotta take into consideration these tops and these bottoms over here as well. And right now we are just pulling back, but we are above the midline over here. We actually broke the trend. I think we broke the resistance over here towards upside up here, and right now we're just pulling back towards downside. But the way I see it, we still, you know, just zigzagging towards downside, you know, pulling back. And the way I see it, you know, this move up here, even though people are saying that, you know, this is just like 2021 move towards upside, where we have been going towards upside, broke that retest and then pulled back, and it was game over, right? It's totally different move. And right now the way I see it, because over here if you look at this, we were actually trending towards upside, towards top, and then broke down, while over here what's happening right now, we are actually trending towards downside, right? We're trending towards downside. You can say this, you know, that this over here is, you know, move towards upside, but this isn't overextensions. You don't have these higher tops, you got a lower tops over here, you know, move towards downside. The way I see it over here, this consolidation phase right now, consolidation phase inside the downtrend, and eventually it will break towards upside. The question is when it will break towards upside, but it does look good. It does look good, right? We can talk about Van Tam says next 65.3 65.3 is all the way up here at top. We just was there up here at the top up here. I don't know why you should go up there again. I think more likely right now is, you know, continue this pullback a little bit more towards the downside. But then on the small time frames, we are not actually looking what's going to happen right now, because this over here, if you look at just small time frames, let me see over here, we are just holding the support level, but this looks like it's going to break a little bit towards the downside and pull back over here again. So the question is, you know, are we going back to 58k, or are we going to go back even lower and stuff like that? But we're not going to focus too much on the small time frames in the daily right now. We're just going to focus up here on the on this very, very nice consolidation part in the downtrend, and see, you know, how this is actually playing out. When it comes to Bitcoin dominance again, it was outside of the channel towards downside over here, as you can see. This was on daily time frame. It pulled back, broke the trend towards upside. Right now having a retest. Is this gonna bounce towards upside? A little bit hard to say. On the weekly time frame, the trend is not broken just yet. Let me remove the top line over here a little bit, because we don't need that line. Let me remove this one as well. On the weekly time frame up here, the trend doesn't seem to be broken just yet. I mean, it's still holding the trend over here. So I think we need to see some kind of trend break on the bigger time frames to confirm this move towards downside, because this is already getting very, very extended, and this move up here just might have been that that capitulation move. I had my blue box when it comes to Bitcoin dominance around 57.5 and 58.3, and that was why, you know the major resistance level. The 60% level is the Benjamin Cohen level. So Benjamin Cohen is saying that we are going to go to 60% dominance. Bitcoin dominance is still going to go towards upside, and what I'm saying is that this is already mostly done. The problem is, you know, when are we going to break this towards downside? Because if you look over here and this trend over here, this already broke towards downside over here. We are right now zigzagging. Oftentimes this if this, you know, should break towards upside, it would explode above 60%, because this is extremely hard thing to do. So I don't actually have any kind of faith that this move up here will break anything above 58 or something like that. Maybe it's, you know, wicks up to the 60%. So, you know, Benjamin Cohen still might be right, but mostly I'm just waiting for this move break towards downside up here. And then the next major level to break when it comes to downside is the bottom over here. So we gotta break to downside, and then once this actually happening, you're getting altcoin season is gonna last for a couple of months, and pretty much that is the top of Bitcoin. You will see a lot of euphoria, there will be a lot of meme coins pumping and so forth. So we are still waiting for this move towards downside, but the first thing needs to happen is that we need to break this trend towards downside. Now on the daily time frame up here, it does look a little bit weak, and right now zigzagging up here. It already kind of broke a little bit towards downside, but trying to hold the trend towards upside, but eventually it will break. And I think, you know, confirmation will come on the weekly and not on the daily time frame, because of you know, the small time frames can be a little bit insecure. ETH BTC chart still not, you know, still not above that that move just yet over here towards the upside up here. It did break the support levels over here towards downside, retest that right now, pulling back, still haven't broken again towards downside over here. So it's still just zigzagging inside the, you know, bigger downtrending channel. And eventually once, you know, dominance starts breaking towards downside, and once this consolidation up here picks up the pace and we actually break this towards upside, this is actually the last move for Bitcoin. So right now, the way I see it when it comes to big time frames, and when it comes to how this is going to develop towards the, you know, bull market top and stuff like that, I think the next move is the last move, regardless of how far it goes. It goes to 80 is the next move, 85, 90, 113k, whatever the level up here towards upside up here, the next move is the last move, regardless how you see it. So right now we're just pulling back up here. We had this very nice capitulation moved inside the liquidity zone. Are we gonna get another bigger move up here before we actually break this towards upside? We don't know, but what we do know that this consolidation part up here, as soon as it starts breaking towards upside, it's pretty much done. You will see dominance dropping towards downside. Maybe on the first move, dominance will actually go towards upside, but overall dominance will actually drop. This will break the previous high up above the 75k, something like that, continue towards upside. Dominance will start dropping. It will be huge euphoria when it comes to the market, because Bitcoin will go above 80, maybe 90k, maybe 100k up here towards upside. It will start zigzagging up here at the top. There will be a lot of, you know, FOMO that we are going to go to 200k or whatever, right? And at that time it's pretty much over, right? This over here does not look like a top to me. That's going to be the top. The way we see it, again, it's just a pullback towards downside before the next last move towards upside. The big question is when the next last move towards upside is going to be. Now it is May, and I don't know if you noticed, but people have been saying that, you know, sell in, you know, in May, sell and go away, sell in May and go away and stuff like that, right? I think it's too late to sell. You should have sold in April, you know, March, you know, sell in March and go away. That's the kind of, you know, the talk. And right now, yeah, everybody thinks that we need to go all the way up to September up here. September until the pump, and I don't think we're gonna go, you know, zigzag towards downside until September, guys. I don't think that's gonna be the case. Now we are talking about large time frames over here. This weekly time frame, this is gonna, you know, several months over here towards downside over here to this point. So this is very insecure. It's not insecure, but it's very you know, it's just theory, just, you know, it's just crypto talk, right? I don't think this is gonna go a lot lower down here towards downside, and then, you know, again go this move towards upside. I'm looking at the channel to break towards upside eventually, and I think it's gonna come a lot sooner than September. Maybe over here somewhere it will break this towards upside. Once it starts going towards upside up here, it's gonna be pretty much over, and then it's gonna go down. Just remember, once this move starts going towards upside, and I think we did analysis on this before, is that once Bitcoin comes to the top, altcoin season doesn't last forever, guys. It lasts for a couple of months at most. It goes very fast. Everything explodes towards upside. Everybody is extremely bullish, but a couple of months and it's pretty much done. So once we see that, it's pretty much done, and right now it's not. We could also look at some altcoins over here, and I'm not really sure that we're gonna do that, but everything looks like it's at the bottom, so, you know, there is that. Good to see you grinding, my man. I'm not actually grinding, neglect. I've been neglecting my YouTube channel for a very long time. I don't know why it's that. You know, I gotta be honest with you. Like, I bought all I can buy. I don't have anything more to buy. I'm not trading. I'm just looking at charts from time to time, but it's kind of boring to me by this point because I'm not looking to buy anything. I should probably, you know, be grinding, you know, try to pump my channel and stuff like that. But, you know, even that doesn't give me any kind of satisfaction. So there is that. I don't know. We're gonna see what's happening over here. This will pop back soon. Still happy. So for now, what do you think? Buy, sell. For now, I think, you know, just hodl. You know, when it comes to altcoins, it's, you know, dollar cost average into altcoins. When it comes to Bitcoin, is, you know, it might be dollar cost average, but I don't think Bitcoin has that much upside. I think right now altcoins are the biggest upside move in the space. No man, your effort is appreciated. Yeah, but it's not often, you know. I see these other guys like, you know, Frankie Candles, like every day, 2 streams a day, 2 videos. I see at this other channel, they are constantly on all the time, and you know, they care about you guys. You know, I don't care about you guys. I don't care enough. Yeah, nah, I do care about you, but not the way they care. You know, so there's that. Never forgot. Anyways, that's just a quick update on what's happening right now. Bitcoin is down 0.4% right now towards downside. Ethereum is down minus 0.8. So it's, you know, 1% give or take, but just consolidating. I think right now, if in the short term might pull back a little bit more towards downside. We're gonna see. But as soon as this comes towards, you know, as soon as this starts breaking towards upside, it's pretty much over. Pump starting now. I don't see the pump, man. I don't see the pump just yet. But if it does do this, I mean, it's very bullish. If it does do this, it's very bullish. If it does do this over here, it's very bullish. At one point, it will do these moves towards upside, and when it does that, it's like a couple of months and it's done. Couple of months and it's done, guys. Just remember that couple of months after this next move, it's done. Why? Because this is the last move towards the upside. So, you know, at least the way I see it, you know. Again, do not trust other people on YouTube like myself and other people that are telling you that, you know, Bitcoin is going to go to 1 million, 200k, 100k, you know, whatever number. Do not trust them just because, you know, that's some number up there. What you have to look at is when euphoria hits, when grandma and granddad starts buying, when meme coin starts pumping, when dominance starts dropping, the indicators, the charts, when you see that regardless of the price, that's the top. Don't think that stuff is gonna go up to some level because you know you wanna get your 10x or 20x or whatever, right? Or some altcoins. When if euphoria hits, dominance drops, everything goes to the moon, overextensions happen, regardless of the price, that's it is the top. Remember, the price is not, you know, what we are looking for. The price is for, you know, other people. For us that know how to do the lines, what we need to know is when euphoria hits, it's the top, regardless of the price. Whatever the price is, that's the price, that's the top. Okay guys, take care. It's a little bit rainy over here, but it's nice day to be inside and, you know, do some cleaning maybe. Cheers guys, have a nice day, bye bye. Do we do outro? Yeah, we do outro. Bye bye. Nasdaq started pumping.